Hello, my name is Michelle Evans. I'm founder of Small Business Britain. It's my very great pleasure to welcome you to what hopefully will be a fun and engaging morning for you as we launch our Small Business Green Growth Programme. Lots and lots of things going on, so I just wanted to point out a couple, and then I will hand you over to wonderful Ciaran, who will bring the energy this morning, as he always does. We are translating into British Sign Language throughout, so if that is helpful to you, please do let us know. We're also recording at the back because there were some people who couldn't make it here today, so just to let you know, the cameras are on. You will hopefully not have sat on some stuff on your chair and would have picked it up. And there's a couple of things to show you. Firstly, you'll have a little postcard, because funnily enough, we haven't printed the reports because it felt a bit unsustainable. So you have a QR code on your postcard so you can access the report online. There is also an audiobook version of the report and a British Sign Language version of the exec summary, which is also showing in the breakout area as well. But if you need the report in any other format, please do let us know. It's very much at the heart of our commitment to sustainability. So yeah, have a look at the report. We're really excited. Small Business Britain and BT partnering on the big Green Growth Programme. And we've been working on this report with the wonderful guys at Oxford Brookes Business School, who you are going to also be hearing from today. And talking to small businesses, what's going on with you? What's going on with your sustainability plans? What are you doing? What's coming next? What do you need help with? What's going to help you move forward? And how can we inspire other small businesses to follow in that path? I should mention also the big green thing I'm holding. This is the Braille version of the exec summary as well. If that is helpful to you or anyone you know, please do share. So I'm not going to spoil the contents of the report. You're going to hear a little bit about that earlier. The other thing you're also sitting on was some coffee from our wonderful friends at Ciaran Coffee Company, who we're going to hear from later as well, and hear about their sustainability story. It smells delicious on a Monday morning. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, just to explain what you're sitting on. The plan for this morning, it's going to be fun. We are going to have our workshop now. We've got a little breakout. We've got some food and some drinks for you, and we get back on your feet. Just to let you know, if you need a drink, if you need a break anytime, please do feel free to walk in and out. We've got bottles of Small Business Britain, cans of Small Business Britain water all around the edge, so please do help yourself. Then we will be hearing all about the report kicking off. We'll be joined with the Minister from the Treasury, and we will hear from the lovely Chris Sims, Head of Small and Medium Business at BT, who is also sporting one of these fabulous T-shirts, as you will have noticed my team is wearing today. You hopefully will also have noticed on the back, we have all our names in British Sign Language. Again, it's all part of our commitment to accessibility and inclusivity. So after the lovely Chris, we are also hearing a bit more about the research from Dr. Lauren Tuckerman from Oxford Brookes Business School. And then I will be talking to the founders of Ciaran Coffee. And then we'll give you a bit more food and send you on your way. So hopefully that is what you're expecting today. If not, maybe stick around anyway. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to pass over to the lovely Ciaran. So have fun and enjoy. I'll see you later.
This is part of my joke.
I'm Ciaran's handy assistant for the day.
My glamorous assistant for the day. Put your hand up if you've seen Lauren and I online. Have somebody been on the programme? Give us a raise of hands. Okay, it must be quite bizarre seeing us because online we're the same height. So, anyway, what we're going to do today is I've been asked to make this fun, been asked to make this engaging. So we're going to do a game, right? Because frankly, when was the last time you played something, played a game of sport, played a game of cards? Put your hand up last time you played. In the last month. All right, fair enough. You guys play a lot. All right. Well, frankly, we don't play enough, right? We're not playing enough as adults. We play a lot as kids, and we learn a lot through play. We learn a lot through games, right? I learned a lot about American history by watching John Wayne movies. I was obsessed by the age of 4 about John Wayne. Anyway, so we're going to do a game, because a game and playing is a great way to learn. And I was asked to make this fun, been asked to make this engaging, so I thought, well, games are quite a good way to try and do that, right? So that's the part of what we're going to do today. But before we do that, We'll do a wee bit of icebreaker, right? Because it's Monday, all right? We're all a bit a rough weekend, maybe. All right. So if you're able to, if you could just stand up, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So can we all count to 3? How easy is it to count to 3? Pretty easy, right? Yeah, cool. Right, Laura and I are going to do a demo. All right. So I'm going to say 1,
2,
3. 1,
2.
3. We've been practicing this all night. All right. Over to yourselves in
We
pairs.
have not. Just going to say that now.
In pairs, just count to 3. All right, okay, cool. All right, next round. All right, was that easy? Yeah, easy, right? We'll ramp it up a little bit, all right? We'll turn up it. This time replace the 1 with a click, all right? So I go
2.
3. 2, 3. All right, so replace the 1 with a click. Go for it. Sorry, we'll just do 1 demo next time. Sorry. All right, okay, cool. Right, round two. Was that a little bit easier or harder? Harder, right. What's more hard, doing that or the awkward eye contact? Yeah. All right, the eye contact. All right, now click is 1, 2, clap, and then say 3. So click, 3. Go for it. Oh. You do it together. Sorry. All right, and then last round, then I'll put you out your misery. All right, ready? So click for 1, what's 2? Clap, and then 3, slap of the thigh, that's your own thigh, okay? Click, clap, slap of the thigh, go for it, ready? Oh, you're just sitting down there. Okay, cool. All right, nice one, you can all have a seat, nice one, cool. All right, cool. So there's a bit of madness in the method there. What's something that's really important in order to innovate, in order to do things differently? What's something that's really, really important? Try new things. What else we got? Consistency. What else we got? Creativity. What else? Oh, we're getting there. Communication. Along that line. What was that? Outside your comfort zone. What do we have there? Connection, yeah. Even more basic. What's something really basic? Safety, yeah. What have we got 2 of and 1 of? Listen, right. Really important. It's so basic. In order to innovate, in order to connect, in order to communicate, it's really important that we actually genuinely listen to people. I don't know if you know this. I might have said it on previous workshops, but does anyone know the average amount of time you go without interrupting someone on average? Shout it out. 3 seconds. Any higher or lower? 10 seconds, close. Hey, 20. All right, this was done in a study in the US on doctors, and they discovered that the average amount of time without interrupting someone was 11 seconds. 11 seconds, right? It's really hard to innovate. It's really hard to challenge. It's really hard to communicate if the average amount of time we get to talk and think together is 11 seconds. Okay. So today what I'd really like us to focus on is really genuinely listen to each other. And that game kind of does that, right? We have to listen. We have to connect with each other in order to do that. So we're going to try this a little bit more. Don't worry, you don't have to stand up for this one. Just what I'd like you to do is just turn to the person next to you and share with them, if you're a 3, you can do it as a 3. Just share with them how you got here today. Now, I'm not talking about I got the Victoria line and then a line bike, all right? How you got here today, what's your journey, what's your story that led you to this moment today? We've all got a story that led us here. What's your story? You've got 2 minutes each, uninterrupted, all right? So you share, if I'm with Lauren, I share for 2 minutes. Lauren just listens, right? Because it's about me sharing my story. It's not about Lauren. All right, and then Lauren gets her turn, I pay attention, and I hear Lauren's story, all right? How do we know in this culture that we're paying attention to someone? Generally. Eye contact, right? Eye contact. So really try and pay eye contact. The person that's talking, don't worry about paying eye contact. You don't have to laser in when you're talking, all right? When you're talking, when you're thinking out loud, your eyes go all over the place. But the person that's listening, just really pay eye contact, all right? And I'd recommend looking at one eye. All right, the left eye, right eye, you decide. All right, so all got it. So 2 minutes each in pairs. If you're free, I'll let you kind of figure that out. Maybe 1 minute, a little round robin. 2 minutes each. Share stories and then swap. I'll give you a 2-minute warning. I'm just going to interrupt you all now, all right? I'm going to interrupt you now. All right, that's enough. No, I'm joking. Cool. All right, how did that feel? Sorry, just for right context, Lauren's got the mic. We're just going to roam around because this has been recorded, if you didn't know that, so that people can then watch it online. So we're going to have a mic. So just put your hand up. We'll just get a few stories, maybe just to check we're actually listening, right? Maybe share, it feels a bit awkward to share your own story in front of everyone. Just share like something that you heard in someone else's story. Maybe something that was inspiring, or maybe share their story in a brief kind of 30 seconds. Anyone can go. So just raise your hands if you'd be up for just sharing a wee bit. Oh, fantastic. There we go, Lauren, right beside you.
Hi, yeah, so we both ended up actually talking a little bit about the social justice side. So we work for CDP, so we get some of the largest corporations in the world to disclose about their environmental impacts. But despite that, both of us actually got started really caring about the social justice side more than the environmental side. And found ourselves falling into the environmental space. And long story short, here today to talk SMEs because some of the worst affected and the least enabled to take the action that we so sorely need. So it's a little bit about us.
Right, thank you. Can anyone else, just while Lauren's anyone else want to share their story? Yeah, great. Just before that, can anyone else resonate with that? Has anyone else kind of come from like that social justice perspective and then moved into maybe seeing this holistic lens? I know that I certainly have been like that. Yeah, Lauren's the same. Yeah, okay, cool. Nice one, on you go, sir.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Lucy and Sarah, who both similar backgrounds, used to be corporate, and decided now that they want to spend their time helping small businesses move into the sustainability arena, help them make those important steps, and break it down into more meaningful actions for them. So it's great to see new people coming into the market, I suppose, new ideas, fresh ideas to help these small businesses along.
Right, thank you very much. Anyone else? One more story? Yeah, go on, we're good. Is it John? John, yeah. Sorry, we'll get another chance. Plenty of room to talk.
What I found interesting is we had two different stories, two different ways of how we got here, but there was actually a lot of common themes in that. We both recognised the importance of sustainability, but also sustainability is not a separate subject. It ties in with well-being. It ties in with a lot more than just the green side of things. And it was interesting how we had the same perspectives, even though we had different journeys.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Great. Thank you, Lauren. Brilliant. Thank you very much for engaging that, everyone. It's really important that we share stories. Stories, what do stories do? Inspire, yeah. Stories, among many things, stories inspire action. As humans, we learn through seeing other people do things. We go, if they can do it, I could probably give it a go. And then we have our story, and then we share that story, and that inspires someone else. So stories inspire action. Okay, we're going to get into the game now. So this is going to be hopefully something a little bit different to what you might have experienced before. So, I want you all to kind of transcend. You've all just been planted in the coffee shop industry. You're all owners in pairs of a coffee shop business, a small coffee shop business, which we've called Anna's Coffee, all right, for Anna that's in the room. Anna's Coffee Shop. Okay, so I want you to imagine that you're a coffee shop owner, small business coffee shop owner. Have we all been to a coffee shop? Okay, cool. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so we can maybe relate to it a little bit more. Right, and what we're going to do is you're going to make decisions along the way. So we're going to start at the start. And you're going to make decisions along the way. And your decisions will impact the kind of coffee shop that you end up with at the end of this game. Okay, so in pairs, we're actually going to split it in room, right? But in pairs, you're going to discuss, and then you're going to come to a decision. And you're going to do that via QR codes. We're going to try and be really tech savvy for the first round. If that fails, we'll just go to hands up, all right? But we're going to go for it. So the first round, like I say, you're a coffee shop, Anna's Coffee Shop, and you recognize the need to urgently revamp your business to create positive impact on the triple bottom line, people, planet, and profit. You've had a realization that you need to do that. So you're at the start of your journey. You've got a decision to make. And the two options you've been presented with, bear in mind there are many options, of course, but we're in a game here. The two options you've been presented with is to implement a procurement policy that prioritizes purchase from local companies, B Corps, social enterprises, charities, other small businesses. Okay, really prioritize purchasing from those businesses. And we've got Sarah in the room. Sarah's the founder or co-founder of In Good Company, and this is pretty much what she does with In Good Company is they help businesses in London find those kind of businesses. So we've got an expert on this side of the room, all right? And then the other pathway that you can go for is apply for a grant of up to 50K. And you have to use that grant for the utilities side of things. So you'd have to use it either for like solar panels or to upgrade sort of anything technical. Okay, that's what you have to use that grant for. It's a technical grant. You can't use it to run like an education program. Technical. And up to 50K. However, to add a bit of skin in the game, a bit of a twist, all right, there's no guarantee that you'll get that grant. Like any grant. Has anyone applied for a grant before, any small business owner? Put your hand up if you've not got a grant and applied for one. Yeah. How painful was that experience? Yeah. Okay, cool. So you've got some more experts in the room on that sort of things. Okay, so you've experienced that. So you've got first round, implement a procurement policy, or apply for a grant of up to 50K. Everyone clear on that as a concept? Cool. What we're going to do is we're going to split the room in two. So we're going to have Lauren's side and then Ciaran's side. Okay, there's not quite much competition. All right, but it's just for the purpose of this. And we've got two QR codes.
Go Lauren's team.
Yeah. This is really serious. All right, I'm going to win this. So what we'll do is just in pairs, just discuss that. Pros, cons of decision, what you think. What have we just done as an exercise? What have we just learned to do? Yeah, like not interrupt each other, right? So just practice that here, all right? Listen, try and listen for longer than 11 seconds. In pairs or in threes if that's the dynamic you've got going, okay? And just discuss it. And then after that, we'll get the QR codes up and we'll try, see if we can get that to work. Everyone clear on this? Any questions? What questions do you have? Okay, a few. All good. Right, you've got about, let's say 3 minutes here, or 5 minutes. We'll go for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, a long discussion. Really get into it. Go for it. 5 minutes. Okay. If you're on this side of the room, just keep your phones down just now. Lauren's side, if you can scan that QR code, hopefully it works. Just let us know if it doesn't. But if you could all get your phones out because you're going to vote as one collective. On this side, just keep your phones down just now. Just wait. You'll get your shot, don't worry. We've got different QR codes because we're splitting the room in two. Okay. Let me know if anyone's got any technical difficulties on this side.
Not working or it's working?
All good. You should just have option A or B, right?
Oh, I think we need to go to the slide so that it shows.
There we go. We got the votes coming in. Okay. Right. Anyone on Lauren's side, no tech issues just now? We can always do a raise of hands and pump those numbers on. Okay, well. That's all right. That's good. That's good. You've made your vote. That's cool. Just one vote. All right. Ciaran's side of the room. My side. Sorry, I'm not talking about myself in the third person. Okay. This side of the room. Scan that QR code. Again, once you put your vote in, it'll just say presenter hasn't moved slides yet. That's cool. Okay. Should we get... Oh, sorry. All good. If it doesn't, we'll just put a raise of hands and you can add on to your... Hopefully we get the majority. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right, we'll go on to... So Lauren's side of the room. Wow, 24 of you went for path A. Which was? Path A? Procurement policy, okay. So did we not like the risk involved in the grant? Was that, what kind of swayed our decision here? Got you. Sorry, we can just get the mic going. Yeah.
I was slow off.
No, it's all right. It was my bad. I jumped straight in. Okay, let's go to... Yeah, okay, carry on. Go, keep going, keep going. One more.
We liked that it was more of a circular economy, so you're supporting other businesses locally. And also it felt quicker and something you could control from today.
Interesting. Nice. Great. Okay, this side of the room we went for as well. Majority of us went to procurement policy. Again, similar reasons or anything different to what you've heard? Involving the community. Yo-yo. Sorry, put your hand up. That'll make it easier. My bad. Yeah.
We felt that if you were applying for a grant with a risk, you would be better having Pathway A in place, because then you'd be able to check a lot of boxes to say, actually, you deserve this grant because you're already doing all of those things.
Nice. Like that thinking. Great. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. You've made our life a lot easier because now we all just go to the same box. So the way it works is because you went for Pathway A, we'll go up here. So for round 2. Cool. Well, congratulations. You all passed. You made it on to round 2. Give yourself a pat on the back. So, round 2. Let's see what we got. Pathway A. Rent the cafe space in the evenings and launch a series of events and workshops that educate the community about sustainability and ethical consumption, partnering with local artists and educators, as an example. Okay, so partner with artists, local businesses, educators to run that sort of stuff. Pathway B, offer discounts for reusable containers, sell upcycled coffee grounds for compost or cosmetics, and launch a thrift shop stall. Expand plant-based menu, start a container return program, and partner with local businesses to donate them and sell them your unused materials. So if you're getting, for example, I did a bit of work in a co-working space once, and they had lots of cardboard boxes. And they were like, Ciaran, what do we do with these cardboard boxes? I'm like, well, surely there's people in the community that want cardboard boxes. So they just put the cardboard boxes onto the local Facebook marketplace, and all of a sudden they got swarms and swarms of people just rocking up for cardboard boxes. Great way then to engage with the community. Cool, so you've got pathway A, pathway B. All clear on that? Yeah, cool. Right, back into your pairs. Sorry, Sarah, go for it.
Remind us of the goal, like very clearly what the goal of this is.
The goal.
Not of the exercise, sorry, for the business. What is the thing that they're singularly trying to achieve?
What they're trying to achieve is they recognize the need to develop a more sustainable business model. They really want to create a positive impact across people, planet, and profit. That's what they're trying to do, and they're on the early stage of the journey. Is that okay? Cool. Perfect. Brilliant. Any more questions? All good? Okay, 5 minutes, good time? Yeah? Go for it. So for Lauren's side, now you should have two options again. And if you've just arrived and you're on... Sorry. If you've just arrived and you're on this side of the room, then that is the QR code to scan. On this side of the room, on the right, all right, but you're left. All right? Otherwise, you don't need to scan the QR code again, because you just work your way through it. Okay? So it should open up. You should have a new option. Yeah. Some people have got it. So you just stay on that one. I'll just move it along. All right? No worries. We can add your vote on with a raise of hands. Yeah. So sorry. Lauren's side of the room, that's your QR code. If you want to go back to the beginning, that's cool. Okay. All good?
No, still struggling. Is everyone still got the same?
Don't. Oh, okay. If there's only one or two of you, we'll just do a raise of hands. That's cool. All right. And then if we're on my side of the room, there's the QR code if you've just arrived in. All right. Don't worry if you don't. Yeah. There we go. Now you should be able to vote. Okay, on my side of the room. There we go. Okay. So don't. We're learning as we go. Don't scan the QR code again. All right. Once you've got it, you just stay on that same link. Yeah. And then I just let you on to the next phase. All right. Yeah. There's a bit of method in this. We thought it through.
It's not that serious.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's not a democratic election. Okay. Maybe we've got a bit of. We getting there. Did anyone not get a chance to vote? Just so we can keep it equal. Did anyone not get a chance to put their? No. Okay. All good.
Do you guys all vote or yeah? In the end? Okay.
All got there. Cool. What have we got? This is too easy. Pathway B. Right. We'll do a little round the room.
Yes.
What were the pathways?
Oh, we've got people ready.
All right. Go for it. Yeah. Crack on. Why did you decide to go for that? So offer discounts. That's what we went for as a majority.
Hi there. So we went for Pathway B because we felt that the people in Pathway A would be more likely to be sort of converted already and aware of the sustainability issues. And then we thought that Pathway B would suit maybe a more introverted character. Someone who preferred kind of liaison one-to-one rather than in big groups.
Love it. Thank you very much. Just raise of hands. Did anyone else have that discussion? Similar to that? Yeah, a few people. Sarah, you were going to put your hand up on this side of the room. Go for it.
Yep.
So for B, for me, still educates. I think you can take opportunities at each of those touch points to educate a customer without having to run events, which are, so we had the discussion that we love the idea of renting space out as another income stream, and if other people are running the events, maybe, but events are a time suck. They can take you away from your core business, and this way you have all these different touch points to educate people if you do it well without diverting yourself from your core business activities.
Love it. Right, that's really interesting. Amazing. Did anyone else kind of touch on that in your discussion? Just give us a raise of hands. Yeah, similar. Okay, who else would like to offer their thoughts on that round? Down the front, we're up first. You were just a bit slow off the mark there. All right, next time.
I think a very basic point of view is that you practice what you preach. And if you have implemented lots of those areas and more in Pathway B, then you're probably in an even better position to run your workshops, talk to other people, because you know you've done it and you can encourage them from then on.
Right. Great. Go. Yeah, thank you very much. That was brilliant. Yeah, really cool. Lead by actions. Yeah, great.
No, very similar. It's about authenticity. I think that Pathway B is part of the core business. You can implement that from the start. You can, at a later stage, maybe do some workshops and promote local artists. And doing all this stuff might help you get that grant as well. You know.
There we go. It's all about that grant. That's the goal. You figured out the goal of the game. Okay, get the grant. Amazing. Thank you very much. Cool. Well, we'll move on to round 3. This has been seamless because we're all just going to the next round. I was going to say something, but I've forgotten. Great. So, sorry, that was it. Just in terms of timeline, right? Obviously, this is a game we're playing. But you can imagine this isn't like, okay, Monday we make that decision, we do it. Tuesday we do that, right? There's probably a few months, maybe 6 months in between that, just to help your thinking. Cool. Pathway 3. This is the round 3 final round. So this is quite a chunky one. So Pathway A community sustainability membership. Introduce a membership model that supports and funds local sustainability initiatives such as community cleanups and urban gardening projects. The membership, aimed at both local businesses and individual customers, offers a varied pricing structure. In return, members receive benefits like discounts, priority booking for events, and access to rent the coffee shop space for private gatherings. Okay, so let's imagine you've done your reuse, your Pathway B, but you've also gone, oh, we'll chuck in a few events as well, right? Just so that works. And in Pathway B, slightly different. Install a smart resource management system in the coffee shop that uses Internet of Things technology to better control energy and water use. This system includes smart meters and sensors that track how much is being used and automatically makes adjustments to use resources more efficiently. So we're probably in about 2030 by now, all right? We've got a bit more tech. The grants have been given a couple of times maybe, okay? Everyone clear on those 2 options? Quite drastic in terms of the difference, okay? Cool. What questions do you have? No questions? Fantastic. 5 minutes good to discuss, get into the detail. Go for it. Okay, the polls are now open. The polls are now open, so you can vote. If you've still got the link up, you can vote. Get the QR code again, yeah. I'll tell you what, yeah, cool. Let me just let these guys do this first. Okay, if you're on this side of the room and you need the QR code again, that's the one. Yeah. Otherwise, if you should be able to vote. If you're on this side and you need the QR code, go, yeah, 2 seconds. Nice one, all good. Right. Back to Lauren's side, so if you're on the left side of the room. Lauren's side. Team Lauren. Best team. Yeah. Is that? Right. Fair. Fine. I'll know that one for the next round. John. Thank you. Go. All good. Yeah. Sweet. Still waiting. No worries. We'll just do a wee raise of hands. If it's neck and neck. Oh. All right, okay, cool. Right, so this is Lauren's side. So we're 11, two seconds. Did anyone not get a chance to vote on this side of the room? Whoa. What were you going to go for? A. Oh, 12, 15. 13, 15. Anyone else not get a chance to vote? Don't corrupt this. No double count, no double votes. Okay, fine, that's neck and neck. And let's see. Sorry, on this side of the room, did anyone not get a chance to vote? Was it over here? No, sorry, I thought you were saying you did. Oh, at the back. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, fair. What were you going to go for? A, fair. Again. Fine. Great, fantastic. Oh, there's the timer gone. All right, we'll just do a little round. Well, now that it's a bit neck and neck, why don't we try and hear a bit of both on this one?
So which one you were voting for, I think.
Go for it. So raise your hands if you want to chat and share your thoughts. Go for it.
Well, we picked B because it was a little bit easier. And then that freed up the time to do A.
Nice. I like that. Good strategy. And that was we as a 3, or was that 2 and 1, or a 3? Fair, all in agreement. Nice one. Anyone else on this side?
We both picked B because it's more in your control as a small business to do rather than leave it to the general public to get involved and people doing stuff. And you have to be financially sustainable to become environmentally sustainable as well.
Love it. Thank you. What other thoughts have we got? And here.
Well, we chose B because basically you actually benefit in all your customers, not just a small Pratt's community. And then going forward, you can then implement more discounts, memberships, etc.
Brilliant. Thank you. Should we hear from anyone? Anyone that picked A that wants to share their thoughts? We can have thoughtful disagreement in here. That's a good thing. So it's okay.
Morning. I chose A just because when it comes to branding, it's what people think of you, see of you. So if you're able to show people exactly, this is what you're doing for the community, people go, okay, I'll jump on board, and then you can do B. That's how I saw it. So it's just perception to the public initially.
That's really interesting. Wow. Thank you. Any more thoughts?
Thank you.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. I choose A because B should be something that you do on the daily basis. The system tells you that you need to turn off the light. If you're not doing that already, technically you're not doing a good job. A is the vision to expand your business and to exactly what the gentleman say is give you the opportunity to talk about what you're doing in the community. So yeah, it's more work, it's more things involved, but that's why we're in business. So that's why I choose A.
Right. Thank you very much. Anyone else like to share before we move on? Yeah, John. Yep.
So I voted for A, but we discussed that B was more of like your internal structures of what your organisation done, and the A was more about engaging with the community. And I said I'm a great believer in networking, and if people know that I'm into sustainability and I want to do that, you never know, people may actually start interacting with my business more and saying, I can provide all the stuff that you need in B because you're on that pathway anyway. Right. So it starts engaging more as well as bringing the education.
Love it. Brilliant. Thank you, John. Right, that'll do for now. We're going to do a little bit more. We started just a wee bit behind, so we've got about 10 minutes and we'll do a bit of reflection, okay? But I just want to show you, obviously you'll all be keen to hear what the outcome was. So what was what was it? B? Yeah, we'll show both because it was so close. So we'll go to B first. So we're round 3. Where do we go? Here we go. So let's go for the one that we went for, which would have been B. So the eco-innovative coffee shop. Their main focus is a coffee shop at the heart of their brand. Someone spoke about branding at the back there. That gentleman, pioneers in implementing and showcasing cutting-edge environmental technologies. So that this business has got a bit more of a slant towards a sort of technological focus, this business, based on the decisions that we made there at the end. If we were to go to A, slightly different. The Social Enterprise Coffee Hub integrates social impact with business operations targeting community improvement. So where that previous one had a slight more focus on the technological aspect, this one's got maybe a slight more slant towards a community focus. Doesn't mean that one isn't doing the other, right? But it's just where maybe their emphasis or their focus is slightly more leaning towards that sort of social impact, social enterprise kind of model, rather than a sort of more technologically focused model. That's sort of the game done. There's no pass or fail in this game. It would have been pretty awkward if we all lost. So I thought we can all win. We're all winners here. Sustainability is the winner. What we'll do is Lauren's going to take us through a slightly different journey because we didn't know what to anticipate. Every time you do this, you get a different response. Now, we thought maybe this group might go down one route, this group might go down another route. It was very easy to facilitate because we just went down the same path. So thank you. But what we thought would be cool to show you is what it would have been like if we'd gone down a different route and maybe changed some different decisions. So Lauren's going to show you a couple of those, and then we'll go to a bit of a reflection. Cool.
Yeah, so I basically wanted to do a little bit of summing up by pretending we rewind back in time and you went for the grant. Just to see, let's see, okay, what would happen if you'd gone pathway B, and what might some of the decisions be if you'd gone down that route. So we've got the grant, and we've been successful. I know That's exciting. We could have all celebrated if we'd gone down that route. So you've done your solar panels, and then you would have had a decision, okay, so you've done a bit of investment in new technologies. You might think, okay, that's been pretty successful, so what might I do next? And you might look to launch an e-bike delivery service, a bit of innovation in your service delivery, which would have involved some outlay at the start, but you would look at travelling via bike or public transport to deliver some of your goods to the customers on their doorstep. You might have then looked at Pathway B to implement a waste management system, looking at your organic waste, thinking about how you can involve your customer base in that. If we're thinking about that triple bottom line, you've got trying to get people engaged in that as well. Could be a good way to get some of that social impact involved. So depending on, what will we say? We go pathway 8. I'll let Ciaran make that decision.
No, I'm going to let him.
You
decide. No,
these guys
decide. We'll go B. Should we say B?
Are you still got energy for decisions? That's the question. Are you all like, no, I've done all of my decisions?
A, we can do both. So A, who would have gone for A in this instance? One of the bit of context, the coffee shop, if you'd gone to this round, we would have shared that. One of the things we did was bake goods and then sold those goods to other coffee shops. That was inspired by a coffee business up in Aberdeen and Edinburgh. They've got 2 hubs and they've got the opportunity, they've got the space to have a sort of baking. They can bake goods basically, and then they sell those baked goods to other local coffee shops. So we've taken that sort of inspiration from that. So would you have gone A or B? Hands up for A. Okay, that was an easy one. Hands up for B. Okay, cool.
Wow.
Easy. We'll go B then. Right.
Pathway B. So again, you've got some choices to make around whether you're looking at investing in more technology to reclaim some of your water, and some of that can go into irrigation for community gardens. There's a lot of advanced water saving technologies that could be part of your plan in the future. Or maybe you're looking again, if you've chosen to look at your organic waste, which seemed to be a popular option, then maybe advanced composting in the technology sphere was the place that you wanted to go. So having a quick think about that, will we do a or B vote again? So hands up for A. Okay. Oh, it might be closer this time. Hands up for B.
B.
Still B. Still B.
Cool.
Okay.
So therefore, that is the coffee shop. Go for it.
Yeah. So that leads you quite logically into a more technological focused green cafe. And it's really about using technology to enhance your efficiency, but also to meet some of those triple bottom line perspectives. We just wanted to show you that, there are lots of different routes that you could have taken. And actually, although we were pretending that, we were being super competitive, there's no right or wrong outcome here, because what we're trying to get to, we're all working towards a similar goal. And so it's interesting to see that this group have quite a lot of synergy. Different contexts can be quite different. But yeah, so
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Great. Thank you very much. So before we do we'll do one last kind of reflection in pairs, and Lauren will lead us through that. But just before we do that, I thought I'd just show you the other options, or the top one basically. So just to give you a bit of context in terms of the design of this, so we've designed it on a kind of spectrum of socially focused through to kind of more tech focused, rather than sort of win or lose. That'd be a bit basic. It's kind of a business that really puts society, people, that's where we started, interestingly, gentlemen over there. At the heart of it, they're still making environmental decisions, but social impact's really where their heart lies, and then more to one that's sort of tech-focused. And based on the decisions you make, you end up with one of those. So obviously, very community-centric coffee shop would have been the outcome of all the social questions, if you'd gone that social options, all the way through to, like Lauren just discussed there, a more technologically advanced coffee shop. Cool. Do you want to lead us through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess what we wanted to do now is just get a little bit of reflection going, a little bit of what are we taking out of the room with us after playing the fun game. So I'll try and keep it still fun. I'm not gonna mark here or anything like that. No grades for reflection. So what I'd like you to do is kind of work in the groups that you've been already kind of having conversations in, and maybe try and distill what we've been doing down into 2 points of like what lessons you've learned from this, or what you can take out the room and maybe implement in your own work. And thinking about not just the sort of the scenario, but the broader experience of what we've been trying to do here today. Does that make sense? So just have a conversation about what have we learned and what could we possibly take away and bring into our own work and outside of the room. Okay? Thank you.
Go for it. Right, 3-4 minutes. Go for it. Just put your hand up if you want to just share any things that any thoughts that come out of going through that process, any learnings that you took, any insights that you had, anything to share. Yeah, go for it. There's no agenda to this part, so no voting. You'll be glad to hear. Put your hand up if you'd like to share any thoughts. We've got down here, and then we'll come to you at the back. Yep.
Hi, Debbie Williams, John Williams Teaching Services. Shane and I have been working together this morning. We've decided that there's no right or wrong answer. No one size fits all, so I think it's good to have a wide range of options and then decide the best course for your business.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Come around to the back. We've got a gentleman just there. Just over here. Yeah, put your hand up. And then we've got someone over there as well.
Thanks. So James Chamberlain from CDP. For those of us who don't know, so we basically run a big questionnaire, which today large companies and large financiers has been the focus, but we've just launched our SME questionnaire this year. So we immediately went to what are we taking away from this that can inform our approach? So we've got a new SME strategy, and I think it was really eye-opening there that you kind of broadly you had two approaches for a business. You had those who are technology-driven, efficient, bringing in technology, and those who are educating and informing their community. And it would just be interesting. So we're often looking at from a data user. So I work day to day with the big banks, and they're saying, look, we have an approach for SMEs, and we're scoring, and ratings is becoming more important. It's largely down to that risk side of things at the moment, because they don't want to give a loan and then the business defaults if they're exposed to drought or so on and so forth. But actually, we're kind of looking at how will businesses kind of be penalised maybe then if the market and the data users would probably go towards that technological approach, but actually business B, who's got that more of that social education form, is also having a massive impact, but in a different way. So it's really interesting for us taking that away to think, what are actually SME's strategy and what's their goal? Because are they going for kind of route A, technology and efficiency? Are they going for our role is to educate and inform? There's obviously, they can do both, but it's just really interesting in the SME space because it's very different, I think, to those large corporates and how we approached it to date.
Wow, that's fascinating. Thank you for sharing that. And maybe there's some small business owners in the room that might have heard that and go, actually, I've got a couple of thoughts. Would they be happy? Would it be good to just come and chat to you? Yeah, happy days, brilliant. Anyone else got a few? Yeah, just down here.
Yeah, we were talking about how ultimately you kind of want to do all of those things, right? But if you really want to make an impact, you probably do need to focus on one particular area. I have a tendency to try and do little bits of everything. And it's kind of like, actually, we talked about our kind of values of kind of, you know, if you're much more focused on social, then really go all in on that, and you can probably make a bigger impact than trying to do a little bit of everything. And once you've got that sussed, then you can maybe look at the technology or the other stuff.
Brilliant, thank you for sharing. Any other thoughts anyone would like to share? No? All good? Happy? Probably want a coffee break now. Yeah, nice. Okay, just lastly then.
About coffee for a long enough.
yeah, true. I forgot about that. Cool, so lastly, just what did we learn? I don't know, these were some, when we designed this was some of the sort of things that we had in mind. Sorry, that's probably quite small. I'll read it out. But triple bottom line impact, so understanding how decisions impact across that triple bottom line was something that was really key for us in this game. Balancing short and long-term goals. Okay, so I think when we went back to the first decision about the grant, someone said that it's something you could do quickly, going for the procurement policy, something you could do quickly and you could kind of control that. So sort of understand the difference between those kind of areas, interconnectivity of decisions. So if you make a sort of technologically driven decision, it can also have a social impact. Equally, if you make a sort of social impact decision, can that help with the sort of technologically side someone said about, it could help you then get the grants if you're making those more social decisions, if you like. Innovation and adaptability. Stakeholder engagement. When Laura and I were chatting, when you were discussing, we spoke about the power of really having people to think with. That's been a big key theme of this morning, thinking together, thinking in pairs, not interrupting. Having someone to think with when you're making these decisions, especially if you're a small business owner and you're even a micro business owner, you're on your own. Where can you find people to think with? Can you go and join communities? Or if you've got maybe a team of 2 or 3 people, having those spaces where you can really get to the nitty-gritty and have really good thinking spaces, not interrupting, really genuinely listen to each other. But the power of not going in on this alone is really important. and I suppose ethical leadership, right? Really leading by example. That was something that we said down here about kind of practicing what you preach. Actions drive actions. Stories, when we see other people do things, we are inspired then to do them ourselves. Okay, so actions drive belief, actions drive actions. Cool, thank you very much. That's us kind of done, but I don't know, we might finish on something a bit different. Has anyone done the rainstorm before? I usually do this, but has anyone done the rainstorm? Put your hands up if you've done the rainstorm. Done the rainstorm? One anymore? Cool, you can help us through it. So I'm from Glasgow, as you might have guessed, with the accent. It rains a lot in Glasgow. Has anyone been to Glasgow? Yeah, cool. Was it raining when you went there? Yeah, okay, cool. Nice one. So we get used to doing rainstorms. This is a native American tradition, and it's about clearing the energy in a space, in a room. I was chatting to Lauren earlier. When I usually do this after the workshop, people go, I love that clappy clappy thing, but they forget everything that we've just spoken about. And it's a bit like it's a bit like Men in Black. Has anyone watched Men in Black? You know, when they kind of scan the person and they kind of their memory evades. That's why I'm doing this, right? So if you thought that was terrible, this is a good thing. So if you're able to just stand up, and hopefully you can see me. I'm not as tall. Well, Lauren can help me out. Lauren's my height partner today. So when I get to you, just copy what I do, okay? And if you can't see at the back, just go on your tiptoes, and I'll do too. Okay, so I'm just going to come around. I'll start here, and I'll just come to you and just copy what I do. I'm just going to pop this mic down. Cool. Thank you very much, everyone. That's the power. We all come together and make a little bit of noise. All right. Thank you.